Never seen a chapter so beautiful in my life. Brandino Wolfensteino Toriko 340. Toriko 340. I'm sorry I'm tearing up because this chapter, they've been hyping it all week. Every week that it's just been hype on top of hype on top of hype on top of 340. Give me a second. We come in. We see that basically, everything is starting to get destroyed and people are like trying to escape from the impending doom. Now we also see one of the Nitro are getting devoured. Like as you remember before, he was getting eaten in the last episode. And now they were saying like air, because that was the name of the Nitro that was getting eaten. All of the Nitro, if you know already, or if you don't know, have the name of the zone that they're supposed to be in. So air is being devoured. And News, I think it was News that was back there, was basically saying like, oh my God, if he keeps eating us, we're not going to be able to cook the main course. And then one of the Nitro, Adam, steps up. Now, I didn't know how strong Adam would have been if I didn't see like the chart that's later in the chapter. So I'm guessing via the chart, you could tell like what their power level would be in scale to each other. But Adam steps in and he starts talking to Asya. Asya, demon, half human form. And he starts talking to Asya, but then he's like, no, wait, I need to be talking to Neo. So he starts talking to Neo, and then you see that like creepy face come out. And he's like, Neo, we're cooking it. We're cooking it. Like, it's almost ready. Like, we just have to wait for Earth to be ready. Just calm down. Like stop trying to take us out. We're trying to cook for you, man. And Neo's just like, I'm not having that. He starts shooting out his little like ball creatures out of his body, and basically like Neo, I guess he's just a ball, a cluster of atoms that are, each atom is an appetite, and he's just a cluster of all of those atoms that basically like came from like when the food Big Bang happened. So he sends out his clusters. And like the Nitro just sitting there like, oh great, now we got more of these things out there that are gonna just freaking destroy everything and devour before we can finish him. They're talking amongst themselves because I don't remember the full conversation, but they're just trying to figure out how they're gonna troubleshoot this situation. Then my man Jiro smooths in. Now Jiro's I'm gonna tell you right now, Jiro is the smoothest old man you've ever seen. He walks in, old. Hey everybody, can I have a chat with you? Like this is an area full of not Nitro, Blue Nitro, the strongest of the Nitro. These are the highest level Nitro. We're not talking about the underlings that can't even speak English. We're talking about the ones that are basically the creatures that are the scientists that experimented on the humans to get the gourmet cells to act the way that they do. He's talking to them like they ain't no problem. My man Jiro. So he's sitting there asking them like, what's going on, guys? And of course the Nitro is sitting there like, oh, we'll take this guy down. Because everybody in Toriko is cocky. Everybody's cocky. So they're like, we'll take this guy down. And he lifts his hand up just to be like, nah, I don't want to do that. But when they showed the cut of just him lifting his hand, you could just see right on the cusp of his hand, the oozing immenseness of power that he was holding back. And he was just saying, I'm not trying to fight y'all. He just lifted his hand just to say, I'm not trying to fight. And you could see it in his hand. The hype is coming. The hype train is coming. You can hear the engine coming. He's talking to them. He's trying to figure out what Asya is trying to do with this full course, cooking earth and everything like that. And, of course, when the dude stepped up was saying, like, oh, we'll fight him. And Jiro was like, don't fight me because I'll wind up destroying the planet before you can even finish this right here. I don't want to destroy the planet. I like these people. I like these creatures. I like to eat these foods. Just I don't want to destroy the planet. And I'm sitting here listening. I'm reading it and I'm listening to him talk, and it's like, cause my friend is like, oh, cause I was telling all of my friends, like, Toriko is too hype right now. This needs an anime. I'm about to start a Kickstarter to get this thing back onto the shelves because Toriko needs to be watched, read, put into your corneas. Toriko needs to be there because it is too hype right now. And he was like, but is it better than Dragon Ball Super? And I'm like, now y'all gonna hate me. No disrespect. But in my opinion, Toriko is shitting on Dragon Ball Super. I don't care. I don't even care if I get backlash from everybody around the world. Right now, in my opinion, Toriko's storyline is shitting on Dragon Ball Super right now. Who gives a fuck about Beerus? Alright? He's a god that came to Earth that's fighting the Saiyans on planet Earth. He had to come to Earth, but he hasn't destroyed Earth yet because I guess he just doesn't feel like it. My man Jiro is basically speaking on the level as if he's like a Beerus right now. Like, he could, at any moment, obliterate the planet. He could. He just does not want to. How do you have characters in Toriko doing that? When in Dragon Ball Z, you would think, like, Dragon Ball Z is planetary scale. That's the highest. Of course, there's other anime that have planetary scale or even universal scale or galactic scale. You know, there's other anime like that. But in mangaka and in anime, as we know, as my generation knows, Dragon Ball Z is the tops. This is the level that you do not strive for because it is too high. And Jiro just said in a few sentences, I'm going to take myself out of the human realm, out of a demon realm. I'm going to step right up in to planetary scale. Just in a few sentences. And he's saying it as if planetary scale ain't even his best. So, he's talking to them. And they're basically saying that, you know, what they're trying to do, because Asya, of course, went into back, which is the spirit realm, after he sent out those creatures. He's saying to them, so what is Asya's goal here? What is he going to do? And the Nitro, kind of reluctant at first because they don't know who they're messing with, but they're kind of reluctant, but they tell him, like, you know, well, it's not about Asya's goal, because, you know, Asya just wants to eat. Our goal is we're trying to get him at his most powerful and seal him away, because you can't kill demons. Demons come back. If out of all lore, you kill a demon, demons go to hell, they can crawl right back out of the hole they crawled out of. Demons don't die. So they said, we're not trying to kill, we need to kill Asya, but we also need to seal his demon, because we need to make sure that this does not come back. And, you know, they're talking about, like, yeah, we're going to do it ourselves. And Jiro's sitting there like, I'll do it for you. And it's like, it's just so nonchalant. And I liked how they had that little, like, patterned background where you could kind of, what they would have in, like, goofy anime, where it's like they say something goofy and it's just like, and it's like kind of bouncing in the background. He had that background. I'm like, yeah, I'll kill him. And it's like, you're so chipper about this. And the Nitro are all sitting there saying, like, this human is so cocky right now. Who does this human think he is? The other Nitros was like, I don't know who this human thinks he is. No human can stand up to no human can stand up to no human can stand up to us. Jiro sits down And he says, "What do the characters of my name mean?" One of the Nitros basically like, what are you even talking about characters for? Like, what, that has nothing to do with it. We're trying to do this because we need to seal him because we don't need him around. And of course, out of nowhere, Jiro just stabs himself in the chest. I'm talking about full inside of his stuff. And when they was talking about the characters, I'm thinking like, is he writing something on his chest or something as to why he's talking about characters? But he's describing why he has his name. So he's like, what do the characters mean? Like, what does it mean for me to have my name? And they're just like ignoring what he's saying. And he's like, because frankly, the name that you've known is not even my true name. That was a name given to me when I decided to not be who I originally am. He pulls out a knocking needle. Now, Jiro got that knocking skill. He can do it all over his body and make himself so powerful. He pulls out this knocking needle. I want to say, when I saw him in his transformed state, the first thing that came to mind was like Wendigo, werewolf, because I didn't see his face at first. I kind of saw his hair, and I thought his hair was his head. But like werewolf, Wendigo, probably like, if anything, like kind of like the werewolf from like Harry Potter or whatever. Just like any type of wolf type creature. Well, Wendigos aren't really wolf type creatures, but any type of wolf-esque, wolf type, rampaging, fast, strong, powerful, rage, any type of thing that could be equated into this beast that you see before you. The rampaging beast that is the second wolf, Jiro. Now they specified his name on the side panel, which is what really got to me, because they was like, he's called the second wolf, but technically his name could also be referred to as two wolves. So it's like you get the one wolf, which is the one that'll probably grant you mercy. And then you have the other wolf that has no solace. That has not even a minuscule amount of mercy. Not even minuscule. And then, to end the chapter off, one of those little ball things falls into, I forgot it's called, like the monkey kitchen? Falls into the monkey's restaurant. And of course, Bambina kind of looks back like, oh, a challenge. Two things are about to happen in the next chapters. One. Oh, I didn't even say the craziness about it. While he was transforming, he was saying like, I love to eat lizards. He wasn't talking about like them little shits that you find outside. He was talking about the nitro themselves. Specifically the blue nitros. He says that before he did this knocking, his seal, he used to eat these guys all the time. That was his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He was eating blue nitro as his meals. Now, you know how strong blue nitro are. You know what happens when a food reacts to the person that it's going into. You've seen it like when they had the meteor garlic in one of the episodes of Toriko, when like whoever it reacts to the most, you see their muscle growth is incredible. Could you imagine how strong Jiro is? If not only the fact that he's been eating nitro from before, but also the fact that if those food were his destined food, the food that makes him even triple times more powerful. And he's like, I love you guys. You guys are delicious. You guys are the most delicious delicacy I've had. And I can't wait to start devouring you guys again. The hype is so real right now that I can't even muster up the hype anymore. I'm Zen hype right now. Toriko. Thank you for watching. Please comment down below. Subscribe over here. And don't let the fact that clearly, we have underestimated how strong the original 3 were to how they are now get you down.
Because the dawn
If there
always
was
rises
a thing
on a new day
that you could do at the end,
that thing
would be to subscribe. Everybody, this is my dog Prince. Hopefully the camera doesn't like. Say hi, Prince. Just gonna put your head back up there. Okay, so after Prince said his hellos, I actually can do it right now. Excuse me, Prince. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Prince. Come on, Prince. Get out of here. Get out of here. Prince, get out of here. Get out of here, Prince. Get out of here. All right, so over here, last week's Toriko. Right here, last week's Bokuno. Wisdom Wednesdays on the shirt. Ansatsu over here. Nanatsu no Taizai. And a new surprise coming just for you. Shingeki no Kyojin. The catch-up on the wolf. Hope you guys liked the video. Today's, I couldn't even. Today's chapters were so incredible. Oh, let me stand to the side because all of my stuff is there. Today's chapters were so incredible, or yesterday's chapter because it dropped yesterday. If you haven't watched it or read it. Like, I literally, I cried. I was at work. I cried at work. I shed tears at work because of how boss this chapter was. Y'all need to be reading Toriko. And maybe if I'm crazy enough, I might start a Kickstarter so that we can go to Japan and get them to start making Toriko again. That needs to be on TV. On the new time slot of Toonami or whatever anime show that they're trying to put out or what they need to put out, Toriko needs to come back. Because this right here, this right here, this creature is too hype. It's way too hype. It's way too hype for words. I can't even. Thank you for watching. My arms are gonna be like this probably till the next video. Thank you for watching. I can't even. I don't even know how I'm gonna use the bathroom.